going on, everybody? My name is Kendrick, and this is the first video to my new vlog entitled, the whole vlog series is entitled Godding Me. That's G-O-D-ing me. I decided to name it that to kind of verbalize God's name, even though I don't need to, of course, but to kind of show the action that he's taken in my life and how he's moving me to move others and benefit his kingdom. The first video kind of attributes to the reason why it's taking me so long to actually start the vlog. I mean, it's been an idea for, I think I was saying it going into 2013, so it's like, what, 4 months into 2014, and this is the first video. So the first video, this one is called Transformation, particularly because it's been the main reason, like I said, why I haven't done the videos. I think I really started my faith walk as far as becoming more than just a witness, becoming somebody that speaks out actively and encourages people in God's name, in about 2009, 2010, and just took it more seriously over the past couple years. So one of the things that has stopped me from speaking out and doing ministry has been my confidence level, feeling like, because there are still vices and sins that I struggle with, I'm not in a position to really speak out and help other people, and that's actually quite the opposite to the faith walk. I think as somebody who's committed to the walk, and when you have an opportunity to be a encouragement or be an example for somebody else, that transparency goes a long way in showing that person that God doesn't pick favorites. Everybody is intricate to the kingdom, and we all are human at the same time, and we make mistakes. I mean, the closest people to Christ made mistakes. Judas betrayed him. The closest people to God made a mistake. Moses struck the rock when God told him to speak to the rock. So who are we to live a life following Christ and expect ourselves to be perfect and expect us to reach a plateau, not to where we actually treat fellow believers or people coming into the faith as equal, but we treat them as, I'm up here and you're down here. So I think that I'm at a place to where I can lead you. This is actually kind of one of the things where we hold hands, and walk in the same line. One of the things that's guided me and given me more direction over the past couple weeks, I've been reading this book by Rick Warren called The Purpose-Driven Life. It's basically a daily devotional for 40 days. I started it before, but at the time I was having problems with being consistent with my devotion, and I wasn't reading the book. I was catching up on days. I only made it to like 13, so God put it in my heart to start again, and now I'm on 29, and I'm devoted to doing that every night. Hence it being called devotionals, I guess, But I'm in a funny place in the book to me because, like I said, coming up, still having issues, when you build habits out of sin, in a life of sin, coming into a life of Christianity, they don't disappear. And I reached a place in the book that kind of was explaining that. This is my notebook that I take notes with. I got it at like TJ Maxx for like $3. It's called Life is a Beautiful Ride. I started on like day 23. One of the topics was how we grow, and it was basically talking about how God affects our lives, and how we move beyond ourselves to think for others. The next day was transformed by truth, and basically talking about how the Bible gives us the truth, and that transforms our inner being. Transformed by trouble. Basically, when you become a Christian, trouble doesn't stop. And I guess that's one of the main things that was holding me back, thinking that I have to get to a place to where trouble stops, and then I can start, growing through temptation. I mean, even if trouble seems to have subsided, that doesn't mean that the temptation to cause or be in trouble ever subsides. So, and then it just gives some tips. The day 27 chapter was defeating temptation, and then the day 28 chapter was kind of encouraging. It was called "It Takes Time," and then the one I just read today was day 29. I just did it a few moments ago. It was called "Accepting Your Assignment." And the thing I like about this book is that it makes you confront yourself. Like it asks you a question at the end of every chapter, and it's a reflective question. It's not open-ended for you to say about somebody else. It's for you to be honest with yourself, because transformed by the truth, you have to tell yourself the truth at the same time. So it asks a question: what is holding me back from accepting God's call to serve Him? And I wanted to share the answer with you guys, and I kind of just did, but one of it was fear that I'm not ready for the positions, that my inadequacies far outweigh my blessings, that there is no one that I should be speaking to, that I have to complete the race before I can talk about the greatness of it and encourage others, and that I won't do enough for God. And when I thought about that last statement about me not doing enough for God, that was a big thing, because I felt like I didn't really have an audience to speak to. And I don't really think it's my job to necessarily go out and get the audience. I think that it'll be provided, and whoever needs to hear whatever I'm saying, God will bring them to listen. I've seen it happen before, and there's no reason for me to be discouraged about it now. Last thing is for anybody out there who's thinking about, being an inspiration or jumping into ministry, and feeling the same way that I was feeling. There's nobody for you to talk to, nothing you can do. You only know 5 people that really need to hear the word. I just wanted to point out James 5, verse 20. It says, "Let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his ways shall save a soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins." Now, the last part of that verse is, of course, very powerful, shall hide a multitude of sins. But what I want us to focus on is the fact that it says, "He which converteth the sinner." It doesn't say sinners. It doesn't say a multitude of sinners, a plethora of sinners. It says the sinners. So one sinner is enough for you to talk to, and that's really all we need. I'm trying to end the videos. This was like 10 minutes, but I won't have an introduction to the whole thing, everyone. So I appreciate you being patient and watching it, and I'll try to keep them under like 6 or 7. But God bless. The motto, hashtag die to yourself. I just said hashtag out loud. It's because I can't write it, because it's a video. Anyway, I'm going to try to get wristbands made. If I have the funds, try to mail them out. I don't know. I'll see what I can do, but I am going to try to get wristbands made. Peace, love. God bless everybody. Stay up. Stay in your Bible.